Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru. With me is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. If you'd like to submit a Dear Abby question, you can DM me on Twitter at OctoAbby with an I. Bryden is one and only Bryden with the number one.
Like a finger, middle finger this time. It's a middle finger because I'm having a bad day.
That means better content, though. You can subscribe to our Patreon too at patreon.com/here to help podcast. We were having a conversation before this about scare tactics with children. Basically, like don't run with scissors because you could trip and it could stab you in the heart and kill you. And this is a story about how one time little Susie was running it, basically playing the dangers up or even making up myths, as Bryden was calling it, to protect your children.
Yeah,
That's basically what we were talking about.
I think it's good. I think that it is good because, like, listen, are you gonna if you're this is like a very womanly stupid thing, and this is like women have lost this. Like when people talk about the pussification of men, women have now been pussified, or maybe that's just more masculine to think that you're gonna like reason or logic your way out of some shit. It's a goddamn child. Just lie to them. I mean, like, yeah, they're probably not going to fall on their eye or heart or whatever with a pair of scissors, but also they shouldn't be running with scissors because some bad shit can happen. So you just scare the shit out of them. You scare the ever living shit out of them, and they won't do it, and they'll grow up and they'll realize that's funny and do that. This is part of tradition.
No, what they'll grow up in, they'll either grow up and think, oh, my mom lied to me a lot, or they'll grow up and think, wow, my mom's an idiot. She just believes whatever she hears. Okay. I think that you can instill in them like a fear of certain dangerous things without making shit up, basically.
But it doesn't. You should make shit up because you don't know anything. All right, I mean, you know not to run with scissors, but hey, you were told not to run with scissors because you could trip and fall and stab your heart out.
Yeah. So the
You want
beginning
to
of this
encourage.
conversation is that I was talking about how when I was in like kindergarten, I have a very vivid memory of this, even though I was so young, is my kindergarten teacher was explaining to us that there was one time a little girl our age who had a freshly sharpened pencil and ran with it and tripped and it stabbed right through her eye into her brain and she died on the spot. And I was talking about how I feel like that's a little extreme. You could have just said you could poke your eye out. You didn't have to like make up a story about little Susie who stabbed the pencil all the way through into her brain and died in the hospital or whatever and died on the spot or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, but let's just think of like a child for a second. If you say you'll poke your eye out to a child, you're like, well, just poke it back in. I don't.
Is that okay? Yeah. Then I guess you would have to explain you can't just put your eye back in.
Yeah, I mean, they, and then it'd be like, if you're
Like a
the one trying to level with them,
Pomeranian.
no, you're the one trying to level with them. They were like, somebody put my dog's back in. He's a pug. Every time he sneezes, his asshole, his eyes fall out, and they put him back in. Or it's like you have to explain. You're the one trying to level with them. Like, yeah, actually, sometimes they can poke people's eyes back in, but not yours. Not with a pencil. Well, it's just tell them it's gonna stab through your brain and you'll die.
Okay, maybe. I'm not sure about this.
Why are you trying to
Okay, so
level
when I
with
was a
a
kid
child?
and my mom did this. It's funny to look back on now actually, but it's kind of mean because I was terrified at the time, but she would tell me these crazy things to get me to comply. Like she said that if even one person in the car doesn't have their seatbelt buckled, absolutely will get into a wreck and it's a toss up which of us kids would die in the
Dude,
wreck. She literally would if someone hadn't buckled up when she was about to reverse out of the driveway, she would tell us that over again. Like she really pounded it into our heads, that very specific scenario that we would absolutely wreck. That there's just some freaking hand of God that reaches down. If there's a naughty child who wouldn't buckle their seatbelt, that you will get into a wreck and one of the children will die, not one of the parents. And we don't know which one. It's like a dice roll, which of us was going to die.
I like
and we will die. One of us will die. Like, it's just like,
I like that
what?
because it turns all of you against each other to become, very like, I'm the good kid. I'm not trying to get everybody killed. But like to
Yeah.
me, immediately, all I thought about was like she was trying to say that all of the back seatbelts only worked if they were all connected, and like that's just how the safety apparatus works.
Is that true?
No, what the fuck?
Oh! See? Do you see? It's very harmful that you
That's
told me
not-
that. I would have believed it.
That's not at all how seatbelts work.
Well, I didn't think it would. It wouldn't make any sense because then what if there's not 3 people in the back seat?
Yeah.
Do you just plug them in anyway? Nobody does that. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, everybody's just out there gambling with their one kid in the car seat. They're just
Like,
like
it doesn't even work.
they're like odds are 1 in 3. I mean, who knows? It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, she would also tell me to use this when I acted up. She told me when I was young that she kidnapped me from a gypsy family. I'd never met a gypsy in my life. And I was like blonde with like green eyes, like, of course I'm not a gypsy, but whatever. I didn't understand what a gypsy even was.
First of all,
Listen, okay.
highly offensive.
I don't care. Anyway, so she would, because this is the terminology my mother used, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling a
What else
story.
did she
That's
say?
just like when Joe Rogan said, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. But she said that she had kidnapped me when I was a baby from a gypsy family, a Roma family.
Yeah.
Fine. And that at any time, if she got tired of me or annoyed with me, and if I acted up too much, she would just sell me back to them and make a profit. Because she'd be like, look, I found this long lost gypsy baby. And she would just find them and sell me back. And so it would be a benefit to her because she got rid of the problem. And anyway, it was this whole big elaborate story. So I grew up, I thought I was like a gypsy child. I really thought that I was one.
That rules.
Till I was like 10 years old.
Like, when did you find out you're like, I'm just a white bitch?
I think at some point it just seemed too outlandish. It just didn't make, like, why would she do that? Like, why would she? No, that doesn't make any sense because I have I don't know.
They're a race of people. I wonder if your mother knew that.
I don't know. She was a crackhead. I don't know what she knew. Maybe she thought everything that I'm telling you she said to me was true. She might have believed these things. She had a lot of crazy stories.
Oh man. I mean, there's like a TV show, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. That's fucking rules. I called my mother not too terribly recently. Like, it's been a couple months. I think Erica was baking a cake or something like that. Something she rarely does. And
that reminded you of your mother?
Well, no,
So you
hold
called
on.
her?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, I've already fucked my mother. Now, that's a different story.
Well, okay.
Different myths. She was like, this is how you get a little sister. No.
No.
Oh, she'd be appalled if she heard that. But,
she might hear this.
She doesn't care about my fucking dreams. She's like, he's out. He's out of the house, out of the womb, out of the house. So we're fine. But no, I thought for the longest time that, like, if you opened to check a cake, that it would fall flat. It would collapse. That's fucking bullshit. She just didn't want us kids in the goddamn kitchen.
Well, yeah, the oven is hot. You could burn yourself. I burn myself on the oven all the time. I tell my kids the same thing. Okay. Actually, I'm guilty of this.
So you do lie.
Well, no, I don't tell them that it's going to fall flat. I tell them that it's going to affect the temperature in the oven, which it technically will very slightly, which could affect the baking time, which is probably, I mean, it doesn't have to be that precise, so it's fine.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But it will slightly lower the temperature to open the oven.
It will not.
I don't lie.
So professional bakeries, they never, they never like, hold on, open that up.
Through the window. They look through the little window with their oven light on.
Jesus Christ, you never really have a job. You know that like professional ovens do not have fucking windows in them like
Well,
home
they
ovens
should.
do.
They should. I
You're
can't use the
so
oven light
fucking
in mine
dumb.
because one time it exploded while I was baking sweet potatoes and the glass got all over my sweet potatoes. Now I'm too paranoid to put a light bulb in my oven.
That's also retarded. Um, that all of that sounds like your fault, and
No, it was just the light bulb that came with the oven.
that you never changed.
Well, it was a new oven when we bought the house, so it's only a couple years old.
Oh, new when we bought the house. All right, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's fucking no. That's fucking retarded. All of that's stupid. But the point is, yeah, you can
it
open the
exploded.
goddamn thing. And the bigger point of this, stop
I
trying
bet
to
it
distract.
exploded because someone pulled the oven open too many times and the temperature was fluctuating too much, very slightly at a time, and that's why it exploded. I bet that's why.
Is that how gas works?
Is it?
Is that just? Oh, you have one of those bullshit
Yes.
electric ovens. Sorry,
No, I have a gas oven.
I have an
and
electric oven. I'm just fucking with you. But
So what the fuck? You're literally right. I have the gas oven. And you don't. Okay, whatever.
No, but the point was, and you're trying to distract, is that
Fucking
you lie to your fucking
stupid.
kids about this bullshit. So stop acting like
That's
it's
not a lie. It's something I'm paranoid about.
okay. So you mean like your crackhead mother who had all these different weird anxieties and shit?
I wonder
Really,
if she
just
did.
leaning into the cycle here, huh?
I do have a lot of anxieties.
Jesus,
I am
fucking
very
Christ.
paranoid.
About light bulbs and sweet potatoes.
Well, it exploded. It happened.
Yeah, I don't think it was because of that.
What was it? Maybe the oven got too hot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
Was
maybe
it
the light bulb.
400?
I'm betting the light bulb that was replaced in there wasn't meant for an oven.
Well, I didn't replace it. It was there. I assumed it came with the oven.
No,
And it had been fine up to that point.
Somebody selling a home cut costs for an inspection. That would never fucking happen.
You're right. Well, then it's still not my fault. It exploded and it's not my fault.
I never said it was your fault. I said your
good.
fault was.
I'm just feeling very defensive right now because usually you're saying it's my fault.
Well, no, there are things that are your fault, like starting this entire conversation, trying to put me on guard, like you're some type of a good person who doesn't do exactly what we were fucking talking about. You lie to your damn kids.
It's not a lie. I don't lie to my kids. I try to be honest with them and tell them the real danger. If something could kill them, I tell them it could kill them, but I don't give them a whole story about how once it killed little Susie.
Well,
or like we were talking before we started recording about the razor blades and the apples.
I would never talk to you before we started recording.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, the razor blades, the razor blades and the candy and all that shit is fucking bullshit. It was one time.
And it was his own kid that he was trying to kill or hurt. That wouldn't even kill a kid. What is even the point? Because the kid's gonna go tell on you.
I mean, I don't know. Either way, it made its way into Halloween too, and that always scarred me. The kid with the razor in his mouth because of the apple, and yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to. You should check your kids' candy just in case, I guess. But like, I think that a lot of that had to do with, all right, we'll check this one's opened and all of that, which is, just don't eat open fucking shit.
It's just kind of gross. Yeah, you just go through and take out the opened ones.
And
like you're not going to be checking for needle marks in the chocolate bars.
Yeah, and then I guarantee that my parents did this shit. One for the bank, where they kind of take one where they're like, oh, well, this Reese's peanut butter cup's all kinds of fucked up. Not that one. And I'm like, I guarantee that one's good. You just want that.
Oh, see, I don't lie about it. I just say, hey, I'm going to have that Reese's.
So
and my kids are like, okay, you can have that Reese's. I have a whole bucket of candy. I don't mind sharing with my mother, who I love. See, my kids share with me.
No, you just
bully. If I ask, I don't bully. I say, hey, I'm going to eat this Reese's. Is that okay?
That doesn't, no. You added the, is that okay?
I did add the, is that okay? Look, they're not going to stop me from eating a freaking Reese's. I don't have a bucket of candy.
Wow.
They do. And I'm taking theirs. And you know what else I've done? They refused to clean the house one day. And it was like in November. So they still had a bunch of Halloween candy left because they only get a couple a day or whatever till it runs out. Okay, and they would not help me clean. I wanted them to do a very specific thing, just pick up like the toys and crap off the floor so I can sweep, right? And it was like 5 hours and they still would not do it. So I told them to all gather in the kitchen and stand there and don't move and don't speak. And I dumped all their Halloween candy out in the trash.
Oh
And you know
God.
what they did? They cried. And then they cleaned the fucking house. Okay? They cleaned the house.
Well, did you give them their Halloween candy back?
No, I dumped it in the trash,
Yeah.
Bryden. It was gone. It's in the trash. And then I took the trash out so they couldn't dig it out. I took it to the dumpster.
That's cold. That's cold.
Well, they should have done what I told them. Look, if you have you ever tried to negotiate with your kids and you're going like cycling through like negotiation and threats and like yelling and asking nicely and all this for 5 hours straight?
Yeah,
Okay?
that's pretty
You
interesting.
break.
That's
Okay? You have a break.
No, that's pretty interesting because if we started the first 2 minutes of this podcast over, you would be agreeing with me where I said you can't negotiate with kids, you can't reason with children.
Okay, you can sometimes,
No,
but not
no,
when they're being
stop.
stubborn about cleaning.
Listen, I've given you the rope and you've hung yourself by it, all right?
I
The
have.
myths are good.
I
It beats
messed
your
up.
strong arm Mussolini ass approach.
I backed myself into a corner. It's a problem.
You fucking nuts.
They
Stalin over here.
deserved for me to dump that candy out,
Oh, I'm
dude.
sure
It
they
was
did.
ridiculous. They had no respect for me that day, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, I mean, honestly, they probably did. Plus, I bet it was all fucking old and stale and gross anyway. Like,
It was like a month and a half old, something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
they can't. Yeah, that's a bunch of fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you traumatized them a little, but nah, that's. It's not like you were like
It's
made
fine.
them
It's
eat.
candy.
Yeah, make them
Well,
eat
also,
all the
though,
candy, just sit there and eat until they're sick and going, no, eat more. Like that would have been. That's way worse. Fucking.
That's abusive.
Yeah.
Well, then, but also you have to, I mean, it makes the story sound a lot less funny, I guess, if I tell this detail. But I have candy dishes where I keep like nice dark chocolates and stuff. So there's chocolate in the house
No,
always.
at no point did anybody actually think that your kids didn't get candy sometimes. Like,
Okay, I'm just making sure. Like, I'm not that mean. Like, they get chocolates. They just, it was a
it's just
symbol.
chocolate covered raisins.
No, well, I like chocolate covered raisins.
You're a
Not
fucking
bad.
demon.
You know what I bought them this morning? I went to the store specifically because we had like a 24-hour stomach bug yesterday. The kids were like puking from 4 a.m. until it was a problem.
They got
But
that
today,
chocolate,
this
that
morning,
old chocolate out of the fucking.
yeah, I
dumpster.
got it out of the dumpster from 2 years ago. No, but it was like a year ago. But anyway, no, I took them to the store and we got M&M cookies and peanut butter cookies, just store-bought ones because I didn't feel like baking them today. And they were so
Chocolate.
happy and everyone got cookies.
Yeah.
So
That
was fun.
At no point, I mean, the candy story is actually hilarious. And that's,
It happened. It's a real story.
that's
Yeah.
something they're gonna remember about, like evil mom. That's a lesson
I
learned.
know. I hope they do. And I hope that one day their own children do a similar thing to them right after Halloween and they remember it and they go, oh, okay. And they do it to their kids. I hope that my grandkids get their candy thrown in the trash too.
Wow, you're just kind of a bitch. I think you just like doing it. You just like seeing children cry at this point. Like, I mean, I thought it was a good lesson learned, and then you were like, no, I hope this is generational trauma. Fucking psycho. Like,
It always is. Someone will break the cycle eventually.
jeez.
Look, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, well, I
It's
don't know.
not
They'll
even
have,
good candy anyway. Halloween candy is not very good quality candy.
well, I mean, they'll have great teeth because you know, threw all the candy in the garbage.
Go, no, not the Snickers. Now I have to eat mommy's special salted caramel dark chocolate.
That-
Oh no.
That shit sucks, dude. Like,
It's
the thing
good.
is, candy in general is just, I don't know. I can't. I don't really give a shit about it. Like, it's a cruel joke. You grow up and then you're like, no, I don't want to eat fucking 12 mini
You spent your
Reese's.
whole childhood thinking when I grow up I can eat as much candy as I want and my parents can't stop me. And
Yeah.
then like a
Then it
well, no,
just translates into fucking whiskeys, and beer.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe
Tiki
you should
drinks.
do that. You should just dump all of their just get a bunch of whiskey and cigarettes and dump that in the trash, and then they won't get it
Well,
until
no.
later.
They'll get it later. They'll learn the lesson when they're 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't get it until
They're
later.
like, Mom, this is yours. You're the one who's always drinking whiskey. Why are you dumping your own whiskey? And why in the trash? Why not the sink? What is this?
Well, it's because I'm gonna go get that later. I'm just trying to enforce images into you.
I had something I was going to say and I totally lost it.
I don't know. We killed 20 fucking fast minutes.
We did. I can't believe we talked about this for that long.
It's a good thing. It's funny.
Good. I like our show.
Yeah. So
Everyone's mean,
so it's
but
about
that's fine.
8 other motherfuckers. I appreciate you.
We have 8 Patreon subscribers. That's very exciting.
That's true. I'm fucking thrilled about it.
That's pretty good.
I think we're doing pretty good. Let's just do some dead air for a little bit. Maybe I'll do a little deep
You're not doing a very
noises.
good job with the dead air.
I'll just do one of these.
I was ready to be quiet for a minute, and then you just kept freaking talking and making noises. You've ruined it now.
No, these are the types of noises that like guys my age make. That's gonna go.
This is weird and gross.
I-
It sounds like
it's-
you're fat when you do that. When the guys do that, I assume they're fat.
Oh, I think I'm a fat piece of shit. So
You're not that fat. No, you're a
I'm
fat
pretty
piece of
fat.
shit. Yes, you are. Sorry, I lost track of what
That-
I was supposed to do for a second. I
That-
did a couple polls on. Oh wait, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like the other thing that we do is like the older I get, like the louder I'll pee. Like I'm like
Oh, no.
ah. It makes me.
You know what
thi-
I've heard?
It really, dude, it really makes me think. By the time I'm like 50, I'm just gonna go in there and be like, ah.
The loud peeing thing reminds me of I was reading some Twitter thread one time about guys talking about how loudly women pee.
Yeah, but you guys don't. I mean, you make like loud piss noises, not loud like.
Yeah. No, we're not
"Ah."
like freaking groaning like weirdos. No.
Yeah.
We have to talk about toilet stuff once a week, apparently. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
My son wants to brush his teeth. Go get me the toothpaste.
That's well, good.
Yeah, we were talking about candy. Now
Yeah.
they're going to brush their teeth.
I mean, what a weird, good habit, I guess. If he's just like excited about it.
Well, the toothpaste is minty, and he likes minty stuff.
All toothpaste is minty. What are you using? Bubblegum toothpaste still? You fucking
No.
idiot.
No. I'm saying he likes the mint toothpaste. He's using grown-up toothpaste now.
Oh, well,
And
good for
he's
him.
very excited about the mint. He didn't like the kid toothpaste this much, actually. Like the grape flavored stuff.
that's
Like he
just-
likes the mint a lot better.
That's the whole thing is nasty. I mean,
Brushing your teeth?
no,
That's why your teeth are so bad.
the flavor of like the shit, fucking kids toothpaste.
Yeah. Well, it's like a weird artificial. It's not even good. Yeah.
But all bubblegum flavor is fucking artificial. I mean, we're not chewing on fucking sap trees and shit.
Well, no, not just that. Like they have different flavored ones, like the strawberry one and stuff. Like it's just kind of gross.
Well, but you got to eventually get to the point where it's like, guess what? My toothpaste isn't even fucking minty. It's Sensodyne flavored.
Yeah, I use charcoal toothpaste, so my mouth gets all black, and my sink turns into like a horror scene. I'm spitting black goop into the sink, and it's all bubbly.
Is there any benefit to that, though? Is the thing.
It's a whitening. It
Oh.
whitens a little bit. The charcoal does. Yeah, it's like charcoal and baking soda, and both those things will help whiten very slightly.
Yeah, I always
I
like
haven't noticed any difference, but whatever. It
What-
makes me feel better.
Whitening toothpaste seems like a fucking scam, honestly.
Yeah,
but-
I've never had it work. Now, the whitening strips do work, but if they
Yeah.
touch my gums even slightly, it hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts my gums, so I can't. I just don't use those. I don't know.
It's like some peroxide stuff or whatever, but yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. And I always like the baking soda junk, though. I like the taste of baking soda. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's fine. Like the pretzels. That's why
Yeah.
pretzels taste like they do. Like soft baked pretzels, it's because the baking soda wash. So,
Holy
I mean, they
shit.
taste good.
You're right. That's
Yeah.
why.
I make
Damn.
homemade pretzels every once in a while, and yeah, that's what makes them taste and look. It also gives them that really dark brown
Huh.
instead of like a roll is like a lighter kind of beigey brown, depending on how long you cook it. But yeah, that's why they're so dark, and that's why they taste like that. They dip them in baking soda.
Well, here we go. Abby's fucking
And
intelligent
it
cooking corner, then, guys.
also helps the sea salt that you sprinkle on stick.
Well, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Huh.
There
Fair
you go.
enough.
If you go, you can any.
Okay,
I'll just tell
but
people,
that is
like if
enough.
they want a recipe, you just Google how to make pretzels because they're all very easy and similar.
Oh
But the
man.
Sally's Baking Addiction ones are nice.
Man, they could. I mean, we're 25 minutes in and we haven't even done the Dear Abby's, but that's
Look,
cool.
it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do the polls first. So
Okay.
I just asked. I wanted to do a census. Okay, if you listen to Here to Help, are you a man or a woman? And most of them are men. Even
Yeah.
more, almost half of the people who responded don't listen to the show.
Yeah. I
So that was an
responded.
option. What?
I responded with I don't listen.
But you don't, yeah, you don't listen. So that makes sense. But so most people who listen are men. It's like over half by far.
Are you
So
that
that's
confused by numbers? What are the percentages?
okay, 37.3% man, 15.3% woman, and 47.5% I don't listen. I was just trying to take the man and woman together. I'd have to like
Haha,
actually think about it.
and you can't. Okay,
Will you
so
shut up? Okay, it's slightly more than
37.3
half.
plus 37.3% is man plus what is the woman?
It's like double women, slightly over double women. Women is 15.3%. I like
15.3%.
these
Okay, so
decimals.
that's only 52.6%. So, let's see, how do you do this? I've been drinking.
What do you mean? That's yeah, it is
What was the
together. You're
total
right.
number? Yeah, that's the
The
total.
total number is 59.
Okay. So, and I asked you the wrong question, I think, but
Yeah.
okay, how many said they did not? So it was it was 47.
47.5 did not listen. Okay, are we really doing all the math? That I don't think we really need to know the exact.
Well, then what's the point?
I don't know. I just wanted everyone to know that we've done a census and all like less than half the
And it turns out most people don't give a shit about the fucking
yeah.
show.
Well,
But
that's true, but we're talking about men versus women. It's almost all men.
okay, so if 30 let's just say here, let me give you an accurate fucking thing
Thank
of
you.
it. Let's see. So the total
The
would
man is doing the math.
well, I'm not very good at math at all. I'm gonna get lost here.
Do you want me to do it? I'm actually not bad at math. I just hate doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather you. It is a boring show. This is
Yeah,
really boring.
it was not a boring show. We're doing good. This is going to be funny to people. Someone's probably going to clip it or something.
No,
Make fun of
I'm
us.
pretty sure Ziggler is gonna be the guy that does the math that can give us the actual rundown on
You
what it
think he
is.
can do math? I'm sorry.
I do. I think he's
He
gonna
can.
be the math guy.
Okay, well, maybe he will. I also did
I
a
could do it.
poll
I could
about
fucking do it. I just need to write it down and then
bonus
quit my job and then
bonus
spend a
Patreon.
week.
And spend a week on it? You
Yeah.
need to spend a week on this?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I got to learn. First of all, I got to learn what 0.6 means.
What is this sign that's like a slash and two circles?
Well, no,
What is this?
I think it's because it's 52 end of the sentence, right? And then I just don't know what it starts with a 6, but I don't know what the rest of it is.
You're really dumb.
I'm fucking a guy, the world's only comedian.
Yeah, you don't have to be smart to do that, I
Shut
guess.
up, bitch.
It's probably
Do the next
better if
thing.
you're not smart to do that. Fine, let's get into our gear app. We will get it. But will you stop making weird poop noises? I don't appreciate it. Okay. Dear Abby, is it gay, fruity, or sus for a guy to learn to French braid so he can braid his wife or girlfriend's hair? Assume she cannot French braid herself. What do you think? Is that gay? I don't think it's gay. I think it's sweet. It's like a nice sentimental thing. Like sometimes in these Chinese like fantasy shows I watch, they're doing martial arts and stuff. The guy will like draw on their eyebrows because apparently everyone just drew on their eyebrows in ancient China. I don't really understand why.
Yeah.
And it seems like the same thing. It's like a romantic gesture. It's sweet. It's like giving your wife a massage.
What does that have to do with guys drawing on their eyebrows?
Okay, no, the guys are drawing on the eyebrows for their wife.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they're like painting on their wife's eyebrows.
Sorry.
No, I know.
Like I've never seen that, and also
Sorry.
what's weird. No,
They're just like, okay, wait. I think it's sweet. It's like a romantic gesture. It's to get in your pants, probably, but it's fine.
I learned French braid in middle school.
Did you?
Yeah, dude, I wanted
A
that
lot of girls
puss.
don't even know how to do that. Yeah, that's smart.
It's also not that hard. You take the 3 strands, right? Then you do the
Yeah,
overlapping of it. Yeah, that no, I learned that in fucking middle school.
super easy.
Now, is it learned to go to do that for a woman? Yes. For a
You just learned it for yourself.
yeah, no, like I'm thinking for like an Asian MMA fighter, some kung fu master. You do that for him, then you draw on his eyebrows, and then yeah,
Okay,
that's not
yeah.
gay then. But yeah, learning to do
So if you
anything
do
for a
do it
woman
for
is
a
gay.
guy. Okay.
Well,
So
I mean,
doing it for your wife or your girlfriend is gay. Doing it for some Chinese wrestler or whatever the hell you just said is not gay.
yeah, I think I'll
Okay.
stand by that. Yeah.
What if it's like a guy who's got like a big old beard and you braid the beard?
Well,
Is it gay to braid another guy's beard for him?
nope, because that's just Viking shit.
That's just Viking shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had yeah.
There you go. There you go, John. There's your answer.
Yeah.
We have another one also from her. Dear Abby, can horse girls trademarked be saved? Not girls who like horses, also trademarked. Actual psycho horse fangirls. I don't see why not. Just let her have her horse.
Erica
She'll be
rode
happy.
horses a bunch and all of that. She likes
Is she a
horses.
horse girl?
She's not showing me pictures of horses. I am actually on the other end of things. I'm what's called equestrophobic, and no, they freak me out, especially Clydesdales. The Budweiser horses, they freak me out. Their feet are so big. I don't like how big horses are, dude. I don't like them. They're really big and like no. You can see like the soul in their eyes and shit, and like you can tell that they know what's going on. And I'm just
They're
thinking, like,
smart.
yeah, I hate that because it's like they're so much bigger than like all of us that if they decided, it's time to break free. Like, dude, I hate all of that. No,
Well, they're not like wild horses. Their spirits have been completely broken. Like you're not going to encounter a wild
you
Mustang in the prairie.
you don't think that the words that you just said might somehow get around in the horse community, and we might have some troubles where Joe Biden's coming
Good.
out here and going like, and for years we've had the spirits of these horses broken, and Lori Lightfoot's out there giving them free housing and everything. Give me a fucking break. I'm not
Horses.
fucking with this.
No, they have had their spirits completely broken. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to go anywhere. I mean, maybe if you attack them or make them nervous, like a dog, like you don't want to do that. I don't know. I like horses. When I was a kid, near my friend's house, there was a horse pasture, and we would go out and feed the horses like lettuce and carrots and grass and stuff. And there was one in particular, I named him Chestnut. And he would come and he would snuggle up to me, like he would rub his cheek on my shoulder. And I during one like fall and winter, I was wearing the same sweater all the time, just like it's the only one I wore, and he would
'Cause
chew
you're
on it.
dirty.
So like the ends of my sweater, well, I would wash it.
You just feel like
But
you're
no,
just
the
a
ends-
dirty kid with a chewed up sweater, and you're like,
It's just
oh, boy.
how many? It was like a jacket, like a pull on, like a throw.
knock life for
Whatever. Okay, look, shut up. Okay, it would like chew on my sweater, and it was the sweetest horse in the world, is what I'm saying. They're very sweet animals.
Little orphan Abby.
But they were like starving because we found out later that the people, like, they were taken away when someone called the cops on the owners because they weren't feeding them for a really long time, and all like extra food, and not just like the grass from their pasture, and they were getting really skinny and starving. So
See,
then they were gone.
that's the type of freaking nonsense that I only hear about horses because they've got these soulful eyes, and you could tell they can tell that you're there and looking back at them and all of that. And then one of the first times I ever met a horse, this guy who was like a horse trainer that, well, I guess he was like a employed hand at this farm or whatever, just punched this. I was like 16, punched this horse in the face, and I thought the girls I was with were horrified because that was like their farm. They were just friends of mine, and they were horrified. And I just thought, I guess that's how you train a horse. So I like,
Oh no.
I didn't know. It was my first interaction with a horse. You know, like now I know. Don't punch them. That's fucked. I have never punched a horse. I don't get near horses, but. No, I'm saying horses are treated goddamn terribly for how fucking. Thank God dolphins are in the fucking, ocean, and all they had to deal with was the tuna shit. Because, there's something about them too.
What?
Well, they used to get caught in the tuna nets. They probably still do in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, horses scare me. They're too big and they're too knowledgeable of what's going on, and I don't like how we talk about them like that. Like, don't worry about that boy. His spirit's been broken. Like, word's gonna get round. There's gonna be
we're gonna have very angry horse people and environmentalists and PETA people. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen BoJack Horseman.
I've not.
Well, it exists. It has nothing to do
Everyone I ever met who liked BoJack Horseman was just like an obnoxious dude, and I didn't like them, so I never checked the show out.
Really? So you're not noticing a pattern here?
That these people are obnoxious?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. It's a fantastic show. Actually, I like it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not exactly shocked right now. I'm not gonna watch it.
You can lead an Abby to a but you can't make her fucking find a fucking punchline or a retort or anything like that. I mean, it's really pathetic, honestly.
I don't understand what you want me to do, Bryden.
I don't know. If you just be funny for just a moment.
I hate you so much.
That's fine.
I talk to you every week. It's just terrible. I'm hilarious. I'm the funniest woman in the world.
Yeah, it's your low bar. I'd shoot higher.
Doesn't matter. I'm still the funniest woman in the world. That's an accomplishment.
There is a sentient cow shit out there that's like, I'm the biggest cow shit, and has bigger dreams than you do. But
that's fine. My dreams were crushed when I was a small child, being told I was a gypsy.
Yeah, that does a rule. No, I don't know. Horse girls are weird. Like, you don't really get like horse guys also have yachts. Or they're like 3 foot tall and are just jockeys.
Because the only rich guys, the only guys who care about horses are like rich and just have horses.
They own horses. Yeah. It's not like, horse girls. So like, they'll be the ones at the, school that are wearing like horse t-shirts and stuff back when this was completely unironic to buy an airbrushed fucking unicorn t-shirt at the mall.
Or like the wolves. My grandma would wear so many of the wolf t-shirts.
Oh, dude, I was a wolf guy. I was into wolves.
She had like canvas prints of wolves in her house at one point, like these stupid pictures.
Oh no, that shit would have ruled.
Calendar.
That shit would have ruled. I was a wolf kid for sure. I was into fucking wolves. I thought they were the best. That and Siberian Huskies because they look the most like wolves. And, now I realize like it's cruel to keep Siberian Huskies in any type of a warm climate. Plus they're loud, annoying dogs that you don't want around, and horses scare the shit out of me still. So I don't know. I'd rather have a wolf than a horse.
It's going to eat you.
Nah, no.
I guess you'd be okay with that.
Yeah. But nah, they don't. I mean, like why
the wolf is going to eat you.
A wild wolf will eat you, but a tame wolf's not going to. They just look fucking crazy.
Yeah, they do look crazy.
They're huge, dude. They're big dogs.
The wild ones are fluffier, though. They've got like manes, like a lion almost. You know what I mean?
What I like about them is like how their spine goes. Like they got a really long neck, You know,
Yeah.
like
That is kind of cool. It's a little creepy.
yeah, that's what I like about them is they're fucking scary looking and shit. But they're still dogs, so you know.
I get you. There are still dogs. Would you like to get into our first Reddit story?
Oh, we're done with our near. Oh, did we come to a conclusion on her?
Oh yeah, the horse girls. Can horse girls be saved? Yes.
I'm gonna
None
say
of the rest of this applies to the question at all of what we've been talking about for however long. But yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're just weird. They're a little awkward.
no, but I've been dating one for 5 years,
She
and the
doesn't
answer,
look like a horse girl. Horse girls usually look like horses.
I no, they don't.
You don't think so? They have like
No,
long faces. Horse girls have like long faces. You know what I
no.
mean?
Maybe you're right. I don't think so.
Think about it. I don't think Erica's a horse girl. She can't be.
I don't know. She was really into horses, like competitive riding and all of that shit.
Fine. Okay, she's a horse girl.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess they could be saved. Well, if you call what Erica's doing being saved,
Yeah,
I
I'm saying
guess.
no. Like, no.
Okay. From r/am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend the way she talks about her car is weird and embarrassing? I've been dating my girlfriend for 9 months now. When she turned 21, her parents got her a car and she decided to name it Angie. I
Okay.
learned all of this on our first date when she said, Angie took me here. I thought that was odd, but I let it slide. Throughout our relationship, she's always talked about her car as if she's talking about another person. When she got a flat tire on the highway a few months back, she called me and said that Angie's shoe broke and she has to get a new one.
That's actually awesome. That's actually awesome.
It's cute. When she goes to the car wash, she describes it as giving Angie a bath. This all came to a head this weekend when me and my friends went out drinking, and my girlfriend offered to be the designated driver. We were out for a couple hours, and I admittedly got a bit too drunk when my girlfriend came to pick us up. She said she's stopping at the gas station first to get Angie something to drink.
Sure.
This is where I may be the asshole. I told her I think it's weird and embarrassing of her to talk about her car like that. It's a machine, not a pet or a kid, and that she should treat it like how a normal person would treat any machine. She got very quiet and refused to say anything for the rest of the drive home. She dropped off my friends and then drove to my apartment. I asked her why we weren't going back to hers, and she said she needed some time to think and told me to get out. She's been radio silent since, and I'm starting to think I did something wrong. Am I the asshole for what I said?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, like the cute thing or whatever. Like, like I mean, my car's called the Blueberry. You know,
That's cute. My
like,
husband won't let me name a car. I keep saying I'm going to name them, and he's like, no, you can't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to hear it. So I
well,
can't name my cars.
well, no, it's not like you're like, oh, you bring you name all the time, say stuff about it, but like to her, I'm getting the implication that to her, she's like everybody thinks this is cute, and then
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm about sick of this shit. Um,
Yeah, and very suddenly too, because he's never said anything about it. That's why I think he's the asshole, is because he embarrassed her.
yeah,
Basically, like
well,
he's never talked about it before, and then very suddenly, like he let this go on where she thought she was being cute and thinking that he thought she was cute for doing it, probably.
yeah.
And then suddenly he's just an asshole about it, and she's mortified right now. You have insulted her and you have embarrassed her publicly.
Well, do we know that he did that in front of everybody, or did he?
Yes.
Oh,
They were all in the car. She was the designated driver. They were in the car, and he said it in the car with everyone in it.
oh yeah, yeah. You're a dick. You can't do that. You gotta wait until everybody's gone, and then be like, all right, isn't like this shit is kind of gay. It's a stale joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you did it in front of everybody, and previously this was like just been looked at least by her as cute, then he's a prick. You can't do that.
It's just I don't think people really understand how much it hurts to be that like to be intent like embarrassed in front of people that way. I think that's a lot of why like arguments and like these posts that are like, oh, we were, at a family gathering or we were at a restaurant and this happened. Like that's half of why they're upset at the very least. Probably most of why, because you said it in front of other people and you embarrassed them. Like that hurts deeply. Nobody wants to be that embarrassed.
Uh, it doesn't really bother me to be that embarrassed. I mean, like, it really doesn't. But in fact, what are you gonna do? It's not the most embarrassed I've ever been. Uh,
Well, yeah, but it hurts your feelings that your significant other would embarrass you like that.
no, what you do is you double down, you scream at them, and then you go, "Look, now you feel fucking embarrassed, huh?"
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that's a good
so
plan.
that's called the male response, actually. But yeah, no, that guy's a dick. You can't do that. That's a weird thing. She's a little odd to keep the bit going that deeply, but I like the shoe thing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. AJ shoe broken, has to get a new one. Yeah, I think it's cute. I don't know. If she's doing it every single time you talk to her, I could see why it would be annoying. Like an every once in a while it pops up thing is not a big deal.
Yeah, if she's talking about her car all the damn time, that's a problem. But if it's when the car pops up and this is a running gag, then I think she's just doing a running gag. Yeah, he's the asshole. I can't side with the dude on this one. He is the asshole, in fact, on this.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. How about this one? Am I the asshole for not bringing coffee? I think this is a pretty simple scenario, but I'm not sure, and my girlfriend is mad at me. I've been dating my girlfriend for 4 months. I was on my way to her apartment this past weekend and was running late. I'm not a morning person, so I stopped at Starbucks on the way to her place. When I showed up, she got excited thinking I got some for her, but I told her it's just for me. She got mad. We still spent our day together, but I think me not bringing coffee soured the mood. Am I the asshole for not bringing coffee unprompted?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, like you stop if you're getting coffee and you're bringing coffee and you're gonna bring it there, because like everybody knows, throw it away before you get there. But
Well, he didn't though. He walked into the apartment with it in his hand or something. Like she saw that he had it.
right, so what you do is you do the polite thing, which is, "Hey, I'm going to Starbucks. Do you want anything?" That's what you do if you're gonna do that. Otherwise, you just sneak it, dude. Just sneak it. Like sit in the thing, like or and really, if when you were like, "Hey, I'm going to Starbucks. Do you want anything?" If she said yes, she's the fucking asshole.
Wait, why? This is his girlfriend. I always say yes. Every time anyone's ever texted me and said, "Hey, I'm picking up coffee. Do you want anything?" I say yes.
Ugh, see, this
But
is
I
why
also
I'm never
get
gonna.
them coffee the next time.
Yeah, but there's never a next time. All right,
There is the next
there's
time.
always men buying things and women not buying things. All right, this is
I'm
just the
talking
way of the
about
world.
this is mostly for women. My husband's never brought me a coffee, but I bring him
God bless
coffee
him.
when I go
God
to
bless him.
Starbucks.
Well, he also supports your entire life.
I know, but I still
So
bring
you're
him the
like, I
coffee.
bring him coffee when I come back from Starbucks while I spend his money at
I
Starbucks.
spent
That's
his money at
insane.
Starbucks and I brought him a coffee.
It's fucking. Oh well, I mean, thank you for giving. Like,
I also bought all the kids cake pops.
oh wow, just even more of the money. I mean, that's insane. That you would even try to sneak that in as a defense here.
No, but I was
Uh,
thinking more like my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law or people like that. They're like, "Oh, hey, do you want anything?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then the next time I'm going to be going to them, I do the same thing. It's a thing that you do. I would never show up to someone's house with Starbucks without offering before
I
I
w-
came.
okay, I would, but not to somebody I've been dating for 4 months. I would text and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
do you want anything?" But
Well, and
like,
also he
if
was
I
already late and he was already late.
so
And then he stopped at Starbucks, and then he didn't even think to get her something, so it's 2 things compounded. Like,
well,
he was late, and then he made himself extra late, like, he was late aside from the Starbucks,
uh,
and then he stopped at Starbucks.
that's what she gets for dating a half black guy.
I guess so.
Like, I Yeah,
His name is Chocolate Starburst, so he is probably
I
black,
fucking
actually.
told you I ain't, dude. Beer, 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 beer.
Okay, well, that one case closed.
Case closed. No, it's okay. Like, look, it is a dick move 4 months in, but if it was a year in, go get your own shit.
I don't think so.
It's
Why
still
should you get lazy at a year mark? See, no, this is why marriages fail so much. You've got these assholes, okay, who just they've got the girl, they think they're secure, and they just don't prioritize them anymore, and they get lazy, and they're just freaking lumps sitting there.
Yeah, lump sitting
Not
there.
giving you any attention, not giving you any affection. They don't even call you pretty anymore.
Oh boy,
And then
that's
they're
the most
like,
important thing.
well, why won't you have sex with me? Why do you always have a headache?
Why did he? That guy
Haven't
never
been on a
said that.
date in a year.
That guy
I'm
never
just
said that. That guy never said that. He was just like, yeah, I was kind of thoughtless. And then she
I was
just decided
responding
to
to you,
spoil
not
the whole.
her, not him.
No. Oh yeah, I'm. Yeah, that's who I. That's who I
You
am. I'm
said
constantly.
after a year in, they can get their own shit. That's what I was responding to.
Yeah, but that straw man news created. That's not me.
Yes.
When have I ever been like, where?
Well,
Do you know how old I am?
that's beside the point.
Do you know how old I am? I'm
You're like
past the
40.
point of sex.
You don't even have he's an asexual being. You're part of the
No.
LGBTQIA.
No, it's not that. It's that I'm Al fucking Bundy.
Okay.
All right, I'm just trying to make it to the end.
Not that hot. You're not. You're just
Tough
not.
is fair. Tough is fair. No,
Are we? Go ahead.
I don't think that this guy's being that big of an asshole, but I think that it is something that yeah,
It's just
it's inconsiderate.
Yeah, that's not a big deal, but it is inconsiderate.
Also, I mean, it's like the thing is like, see, if Erica like is like, hey, I'm at the Publix, you want to pick something up? I'm like, no, because it's like, I don't want her to have to fucking pay for whatever the hell it is, and I'm hoping that
That's
nice thing
so
comes
weird.
back to me.
It's very weird
It
for you
doubles your
guys.
trip.
I know you've been living together, and like it doesn't really matter who's paying for what at that point. Like you're both probably going to end up evening out anyway,
Oh, that's not
just through
true.
the natural course of things. Like, just ask her to bring you the thing.
Well, it's the natural course of. See, you talk about dates. It's the natural course of, like we were talking about. I think last week, or maybe it was just a Twitter post I saw, where somebody, some woman was like, yeah, well, no, I don't want to pay for the date because the person who asked us to pay for the date. All right, so I've bought several $100s worth of fucking comedy shows before this fucking $800 rave over the past couple months.
Yeah.
Why would she, why would she ask for anything? Because you're like, do you want anything? I mean, why? See, the man always ends up at the bottom of it. See,
At the bottom of what? We're talking about why you were saying that you don't ask her to get you things when she is at the store.
right.
We're talking about the opposite scenario. So if you've
The
paid all
man
this
always ends
money
up.
for dates,
The man
then
always.
why wouldn't you just ask her to bring you your chips or whatever?
No, you can't do that. It's just not the way that it works.
Just the man has to pay for everything? Okay, then combine finances. Give her a credit card on your accounts.
No, because then she's gonna fucking quit her job and all kinds. I know
Yeah.
it.
She's going to quit her job and she can just call me and we'll talk all day.
Yeah, and she's gonna eat all
Eat
kinds of
bonbons.
chips. I know
Yep.
it. And bonbons.
She's going to start making exclusively bean burritos for dinner.
Oh yeah, dinner. That's dinner, you say?
Dinner.
No, she makes me dinner every now and then. No, I don't know. I'm saying this guy, if he folds to her, I'm changing my mind. If he folds to her, that he's gonna be in a trap.
No, he's not gonna be in a trap. The only trap here is that you're a lazy asshole only 4 months usually it takes a little longer for you guys to start being lazy assholes about this stuff.
He forgets
You're
one
still
coffee.
in the No, you're still in the phase where you're supposed to be impressing her, to hook her, you know?
Yeah, hooker, you
You're
say?
doing a bad job to hook her.
Hooker, you
Hook
say? Yeah.
her.
That's what it feels like. Might be a once every 6 months just to get the urge out. Just a hooker. What's the point? You're like, she's black, but that's okay. Never done one of them before, and it's just. So this bitch is complaining about chocolate starfish or whatever his damn name is.
Chocolate starburst.
And, now he forgets one damn thing, throws a fit, and he's like, am I a fucking asshole for this? She's in his head. She's in his head.
Good. She should be in his head.
She should be giving him head. Fuck her.
She probably would if he bought her coffee.
Much like a hooker.
No, because they ask for money. I don't know what does. How are we doing on time?
We got 5 more fucking minutes. You just sit here and fucking
5 more
stew
minutes.
while I fucking have to go pee here pretty soon. But guess what?
Okay.
No, I've won every fucking argument this time.
You did not. No, you're a failure. You did a bad job. Just trust me. Just trust me.
What are you, every woman?
Yes, that's me. I'm the every woman.
Jesus fuck Christ. No. This guy's doing fine. He's doing fine.
He's not fine. He needs to bring her 2 coffees next time to get her like the biggest frappuccino possible at Starbucks.
You know what's fucked up? I'll bet he
Bring
did.
in a 5-gallon bucket and tell them to fill it with frappuccino.
Well, I'll bet he did. What does the comment say?
I didn't see any by him.
No,
when I
not
was
by
looking.
him. What were the comments from these other Redditors who have never
Oh, they were just saying it's like mildly inconsiderate. I have the screenshot of the post open right now, and I can't actually look through the comments right now. It's not like a link to the actual post.
Oh, wow.
I'd have to go find it again.
You're so
But
fucking good at
maybe
this
I
show,
should
dude.
do that.
You're
No,
so fucking good.
I always look through the comments to see if I should include some comments in the screenshots. Okay, so it's not like I don't look at them. And they were just saying like you should just bring her a coffee next time.
I mean, I kind of want to say that, but like also if you give a dog an inch on that leash, I mean, it's just gonna go an inch further.
I think, you know what, actually, speaking of what I was thinking of saying just now that I probably should not say because it was too violent. Josh
Okay.
Denny made a tweet. Okay.
You were like, hey,
And
it's
he
like
was
4 minutes
saying-
before the show's going to end on YouTube. I was just thinking that I should say some shit that should get us kicked off of YouTube. This is what I'm talking about.
Said
You give him
instead
an
of
inch.
saying that, I would talk about Josh Denny's tweet about how Bryden Proctor should be dropped into the middle of an active war zone. Okay, that's not exactly what he said, but it's the gist.
That's literally just what you said. Nobody
That
else
is what I
interpreted
said
it.
underneath the
Nobody else
thing.
interpreted that.
It was
tweet
saying that
anything like
incels should have to go to war. but-
Yeah.
that are like negging women under their posts, and they're always calling women ugly and mean names and stuff, that they should be sent to war. And
Okay,
I said,
at what point do you think that I'm an incel?
I don't think you're an incel. I just think you should be shipped off into an active war zone and left there.
See, but this comes back to just female behavior on the internet where they're like incel. I mean, like do you think that's a great response?
Call you an incel? Josh Denny called you an incel.
He did not. It had nothing to do with me.
I never called you an incel.
In fact, it's worse that Josh Denny has only once referenced me on his entire Twitter account, which would be a better insult, except it also includes you. See, this is why women
He liked my tweets.
This is why women cannot fucking. You're like, incels should be dropped into a war zone.
I didn't say that. I said Bryden should be dropped into a war zone.
Okay, so you're saying that Josh Denny didn't say that as well.
Shh.
So I mean,
It was supposed to be a joke. Are we going to argue about what the tweet literally exactly said?
No, I'm just saying that this episode will be called "Backed into a Corner."
Oh, fuck you.
I've
backed myself into every corner. I've been doing a bad job. I need to go drink coffee.
You look like a ferret because like you've been like first of all
I
you
don't
do, and
do
secondly
not look
you've been
embarrassed.
backing your yes you do, and you've been backing your way into a corner and taking a shit the whole fucking hour.
I'm sorry,
You don't
listeners.
apologize to me, apologize to them.
That's what I said. I said, "I'm sorry, listeners. You're just not listening to me."
Yeah, why would I after an hour of this garbage?
Look, I love you all. I don't love Bryden though. He's being very mean to me right now,
Yeah.
and I don't appreciate it. Everyone should bully Bryden instead of me from now on.
Yeah,
You guys
see how
have
that
so
goes.
much energy to bully people on the internet and call them trans or whatever the hell. Dude had 0 followers. Literally not one person followed that man back. And he was calling me a tranny because I guess he's one of your guys. I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
but you don't even follow him back.
I
Where
don't
does
know
he
who
get
he is.
off talking about how I'm trans?
That rules. I don't know who that guy is, but I saw that he rules.
I just don't know how it's possible to not have at least like one bot follower. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck?
Yeah. It just,
You just
the guy rules.
okay. We're out of time for today, but you can go to patreon.com/here to help podcast and subscribe for just $1 to hear the weekly bonus episodes that are released on Mondays. You can reach us on Twitter at OctoAbbey and at one and only Bryden. Get in touch with me to join our Discord server. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
Yeah, I think I'm probably not streaming this weekend, but maybe I will. I'm kind of obsessed with my VR thing at the moment. It's a big deal to set it up and then set up the streaming. But we'll see. But yeah, usually probably the Saturday morning mix at very least. But yeah, over on Odyssey, just odyssey.com, search for Bryden, and I'm there.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week, secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.
All right, I definitely stopped recording. Go ahead and say your address and social security number.
No.
Okay.